Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a little bit since we've listened to Midnight Oil, and I felt like listening to them, and so listen to them we shall. With the first track off of their album 1098's 7654321, their fourth studio album released in 1982, we're listening to the first track on the album entitled Outside World. This is one of the albums from the band that a lot of you had recommended, and so I figured let's just slice off the first track from this one, give it a listen. We have listened to Power and the Passion from this album as well, and so now we're going to return to it with Outside World. Let it rip. Open that door. Here we go. Oh, I thought those pings were going to come back. There they are. Bit of an ominous opening.
There's a wind on the eastern side. Ghost comes dance in the moonlit night. Mopoke mourns the racketeers. The bosses, they can sense your mood. All in place to a hand that rules. They all wanna deal you out. I can see the outside world. Everything's inviting in the outside world. Leaving all my problems in the outside world. Nothing's gonna touch me in the outside world.
Interesting build-up.
It's the summer of another year. A little world weary, a little more to fear. Hold those cards tight to your chest. Maybe someday you could be a man, living quietly in a caravan. Not the Lismore Road tonight.
Outside World was a really interesting track. It felt like it was constantly tense. Constantly, it was building up to something and reaching and escalating towards certain heights. And it built up into something I thought was going to be followed up by something very perhaps conventional, like after those huge gated drums with the drum fills came through in a very Phil Collins kind of way. I was expecting it to lead into like the main drum beat coming in and a groove starting, but it didn't. And eventually, when it did give us a groove, it felt industrial and kind of stilted. And I think that was a really interesting way that the track was constantly working towards giving you something, but it never gave you what you thought you were going to get. And so what we thought we were getting, we weren't getting, but we were getting something else that we didn't know we were getting, but we got it anyway. And boy, I hope that you got it, because I got it. I don't know if you got it, but I got it. And throughout this track, there's something also a little spooky about it, to an extent. We'll have to dive into the lyrics a little bit, but there's a feeling of restraint and holding back. And even, like I said, with the end, the way that it does eventually come in, it does it in a very interesting way. Here's the drums. And it sounds like he's slapping it with brushes, but there's also, on the production end of it, there's like this kind of industrial echo to it that isn't helped by the fact of the way he's playing, which is very, like, it sounds like machinery to me. And then there's this section here where you get that same melody that starts at the beginning, that bum, bum, and then the bum, 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 that little humming vibration underneath it, that rhythm. You have this section which plays that same two-note sound, but with different sounds taking over, which is kind of cool. Samples. See, then the strings, samples, guitar, then this, then whatever that is, the snare coming through, and then that really grungy, heavy guitar comes in. There is something about this track, don't you think, that's just a little uncanny, but really good nonetheless, and a really interesting way to start off the album.
They all wanna deal you out.
The drums, man, there's the very specific way it plays. It's really, it's like, this is like, I don't want to say a horror movie, but there's a thriller kind of sound behind it all. Not Michael Jackson Thriller. I just mean, like, I was thinking like a crime thriller kind of sound to it. There's a wind on the eastern side. Ghost gums dance in the moonlight nights. Mopoke mourns the racketeers. The bosses, they can sense your moves, all in place to a hand that rules. They all want to deal you out. I can see the outside world. Everything's inviting in the outside world. Leaving all my problems in the outside world. Nothing's going to touch me in the outside world. It's the summer of another year. A little world weary, a little more to fear. Hold those cards tight to your chest. Maybe someday you could be a man, living quietly in a caravan. Not the Lismore Road tonight. I can see the outside world. Everything's inviting. Leaving all my problems in the outside world. He wants to get out into this outside world, which is good, right? He wants to get out and experience things. But he also says, leaving all my problems in the outside world. As if he's spreading something, his problems, he's going to spread that out as well. But I feel like this is also a take on just the powers that be and the world and leadership and such, you know? It's the summer of another year. We're doing it again. A little world, wary, a little bit more to fear. Hold those cards tight to your chest. There's just a little bit more to fear this year. Is this something that's happened consecutively and subsequently? Or is this year something in particular? And maybe one day you can be a man living quietly in a caravan. Not the Lismore Road tonight. I feel like that's a specific reference. Lismore Road. I had to take it off the screen because I'm Googling it. Lismore Road. It's a non-profit organization. I don't know if that's relevant to this necessarily. I'm more sure that it's probably. I also see it's a road in the UK. You guys want to see Lismore Road in the UK? Let me get this off my screen. Let's see. Hold on. How do I? I got you. I got you. Here's Lismore Road. Seems a nice quaint little road. Seems a nice little place to live. Nice quiet place. Let me know what you guys thought of the track, of course, in the comments down below. I hope that you enjoyed the music. Thank you as always for being here. Swing on back by tomorrow, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.